Hi all, welcome to my channel. I'm Matt, this is Matt's Mods, and today guys we're going to be doing our Enterprise D build. So we are going to do stage 58 of Build the Enterprise D. Now, not a lot of parts today, but a lot going on. We've got more work to do on our warp nacelle, and then we've got some wires that we need to put in onto our saucer section. There's going to be a lot of threading the wires through the skeletal frame as we do this, so this is going to be quite an interesting one, to be honest with you. And then we finish by putting another piece of framework on, so that should be interesting. So probably the normal format today is we're going to do the warp nacelle first, then we'll pause the camera, bring the saucer section across, we'll work on that, and then see how it goes from there, guys. That's all I can say. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll go well, because for some reason I haven't been really looking forward to this issue. I don't know why, but I'm sure it'll be fine once we get to it. Touch wood. Anyway guys, let's get started today. So with all that said, let's get modelling.
Program complete. Enter when ready.
Okay guys, so stage 58. Spring back into action on your warp nacelle. Fit 5 formation light LEDs and add another large section of the lower skeletal section. So, a lot going on. So, what we need to do is, just like last week, we're going to be putting one of these things into our warp nacelle that's going to help it clip on. So if I bring across the clip, or the nacelle, so putting the spring in, and fitting that into there. Just making sure that will move. Fantastic. So then we get this piece here, and this is going to fit over this. There's no, it's not directional, it can go in either way, so you don't have to worry about that. I'm not too happy with that, to be honest with you. I think that has got it. No. Right, 2 secs. That is in. Now, if you don't get it seated right, it won't work. That's what I'm finding. A little bit funny is this. It's right, I think I've got it. Okay, so we screw that down with 2 AM screws. So, oh, 1 too many there. Just 1 for 2. Gonna dip them in some oil as always, because these are metal screws. Oh, that's one in there. I haven't fully tightened that one up yet. Right. No, it's not working. Right, why is it not working? Okay guys, I'm just going to pause the camera and see what's going on here. Okay guys, I'm back. So that's now working. The reason for it was, I've had to get my little file out here, because when I checked it, basically there was a load of it hadn't cast properly, and there was still a little bit of metal and paint down here and at the back as well. So I've had to get my little file out and sand that down, but that is working perfectly now. I'm happy with that. So that is that. So I'm going to need to pause the camera again, get the saucer section over, and let's get this wiring done. So back in a sec.
A few moments later.
Okay, here we have the saucer section. Okay, So the first wire it wants us to put in is this wire here. Now this is labelled 58H. As you know, I label all my wires. This has saved me so much time. Probably going to need some tweezers as well. And what it wants us to do, it wants us to basically put this wire into, got a slot just down there that I can use tweezers for. It sometimes makes it a bit easier to get in. Okay, now we need to bring this wire down around here. Now what I don't need to do is kink in any place. It wants us to bring it up through here, then it wants it to go down and sort of come out there-ish. I'm going to get some electrical tape and tape that in place so it's not flapping around. So just get some normal black electrical tape or insulation tape, whatever you call it, and tape that in. Okay, right, so the next wire we need is 58F. Okay, which is a yellow and green one, and it's got a single LED bulb on it, but it has a connector like that on the end of it. So it's a 4-pin connector with only 2 wires going into it. That is going to plug into Riker. Okay, that is going to plug into 1, 2, so socket just down in the belly of this circuit board. Wow. I can see why people made their own ways of wiring this, but it will go in. Come on. Hope if I got it in the right way, Mark. Okay, that's in. Now I'm actually going to test my wires just to see if they're lighting up as we do this before I start routing it. So I'm just looking for the switch, which is here. Yeah, they're working. Okay, so this is going to come from here out and along this edge. So it wants it to go, wow, underneath here where we've actually got a cable tied it, but I can do it. Okay, so feed that one through just underneath there, and as far as I'm aware we are going underneath the frame on all of these next ones. So underneath there, and we're following this round right to the back of the saucer section. Keep going. I'm going to try and tuck it under them wires there. Bring it under the frame. There we go. Under. Not too bad this going. Under. Under. under, if I can. Come on, and under. And then under here, right at the back. Okay, and then under here, tweezers, just to try and grab that. And then it wants to come out. Well, it will be going here-ish where the formation rear light is, but it's got it coming out round about there. I'm going to secure that in down with some electrical tape. So get some more of that. Okay, so that is in place. Right, now we've got to do the same but for the other side, so going round this way. So we need wire 58G. That is going to go from this one here, and while I'm there, I'm going to test the lights. So try the switch. Flashing, lit and flashing. Now we can start routing it. Okay, so we are going underneath here. So all the way over the circuit board, underneath there, coming out here. I think that is, yes. All the way, and then when we get out of it, we want to go under. So from that point there, it wants us to go under from here. So under there. Got it caught on a wire. So underneath there, underneath here, but there's not much room apart from right in the corner. Definitely need tweezers for this job. Definitely need tweezers. Just so you can grab the LED, but you don't want to grab too tight because you don't want to break the LED either. So next under. I think the first one, well, the one that we just did previously was easier than this one because there's not that much space in here. Okay, under. So we're more or less going underneath everywhere until we come round to here-ish. Right. Goodness knows how we're going to get underneath there with this, because I don't think it's going to fit. How the heck? Well, if I come out of here, and then go back underneath there, I think I've got it. Yeah, I got it. So just a bit of improvisation there. Don't like the fact that it's trapped behind that wire, so I'm gonna just bring it back out again. Sorry, I'm a bit of a... I want this to be right. Okay, so where is it telling us? So we need to go still underneath. This is fiddly. I might have to pause the camera in a sec just so I can have a drink. My mouth is getting really dry doing this. But it's quite therapeutic. So all the way underneath there. Okay. Then it wants me to go underneath here. So coming out at this end here. Okay. And then under here. And then finally coming out just at the back. See that? You kind of see the gaps in the framework, so it's not too bad. Come on, there we go, here it comes. There we go. Okay, again, I'm going to electrical tape that in place, and then I'm going to check to make sure it's still flashing. I think I'm going to have to grab a drink. Because, yeah. Okay, let's test to make sure this is still flashing. And it is. So I'm just making sure I test these as we go along. I'm just going to pause while I get a cold drink. Because we've still got lots more to do on this. So back in a sec.
Eventually.
Okay, that's better. Sorry about that. My mouth was really drying up. Right, so we've only got 2 more LEDs to put in, and then we are done, and then we just got some framework to do. So the next one is 58E. Now there's 2 58Es, so yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. Right, so I've got this around a little way. So let me just move this around. There we go. Okay, so this one is going to be plugged into this socket just here. I know it's really hard to see, but I'm doing my best, guys. Okay, so that's going into there. And more or less, this one's going to follow the same trace as the previous one that we put to the back. But I want to put this on the outside of the previous one we put in. So again, this is just going to follow this around the framework. Keep it going. Now these are quite short compared to the other ones. Yeah, I'm just working where it's got to come out of. I don't want to go too far and then realise, yeah. And tuck this under like I did the others. Tweezers to grab it. Just working out where this is going to come out of. Right, okay, so it wants us to go through there. Okay. Then as we've come out of that one, it wants us to go where? I think that's underneath. Over. So that's going to come out. Yeah, I think this one is I don't have to tuck this under anywhere else. It's going to come out here. Let me just get some electrical tape and let me just double check that. Yes, it is. It's actually going over it. I think there's a little groove. Don't think so. No, it's just like that. Okay. Right. Last LED to put in. Let me just test that one to make sure it works. Yeah, everything's flashy flasher in the way it should be. I don't think that's a word, but you know, hey ho. Right. This one is going in just down into there. I like that word. Everything's flashy flasher in the way it should be. Let's see if this one is doing it. Yeah, that's working. Right, so this one's going underneath here. Underneath here. Underneath here. Tweezers. Underneath here. Okay, so I think we're going to follow the same... No, we're not. I thought we'd be following the same path, but we're not. So we are coming out of here, going underneath here. This might be the easiest one out of them all. Okay. Coming out of there. Going underneath here. Yeah. Going underneath that. Coming out. Go around that one there. And that's just going to sit on there. Ah. Okay. Keep that in position. And then that's our 5 LED lights in place. Not too bad. Take that in place. And let's test. Yep. All them lights are working. Fantastic. I'm really chuffed with that. Right, so what we're going to do next is we've got another frame to put on. This is going to be put on this side. So let's see how this fits on. Yeah. Right. This bit here actually needs to tuck under here. Okay. And move some of these wires. Right, so that's kind of tucked underneath there. I don't think it's going to be a problem. It does have a bit, it does raise a bit. I'm going to make sure I'm not trapping any wires, which I don't think I am. Let's just double check. So I'm not doing any there. There's nothing that's going to go in there. I'm not trapping any in there. I think this might be good to go in. Okay, let's put this in. Right, the first one I'm going to put in is this one down here, and that is an AM screw. And the reason I want to put that in first is I want to test this front light here after that screw's gone in. Everything's fine. Brilliant. Okay, so it's a case now of working his way around the frame. So, we need 2 FMs in there, which I'll do. So this is going in with FMs, AMs, BMs, but we've done the AMs, so it's just FMs and BMs now. Just gonna, yeah, move them wires out the way, make sure they don't get trapped. Okay, that's one in there. Now this seems to be going in a little bit better than the other. So, let's hope we don't have any problems. Okay, I'm just going to test the lights again. I'm not being a pain, but I want to make sure everything's still working. Which it is. Yep, okay. 2 FMs here and here. And then the rest, as far as I'm aware, the rest is BMs. And the only reason I think that is I've only got 1 FM screw left. And normally give you a spare. I think the majority of this, once this framework is on this section here, we'll all breathe a little sigh of relief, because we won't be worried about screwing into any more wires. Okay, so the rest are all BMs. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 BM screws. Not many then. So it's not been too bad of a stage. Lots to do. It seems to be like that at the moment. Lots to do, so just bear with me as I do this. But I'm not a fan of speeding things up. I like you to see how I'm doing it as I'm doing it. And yeah, another sense of achievement on the model. Right, so that's that one. Just working out where it wants us to screw the next lot of BMs in on the next row. Okay, that I'm not happy about. Well, that's happened. Not on my watch. Sorry about that. Right, another 2 BMs in there. Oh, yeah. Glad I made this jig for it. It really does help. Okay, last 2 BMs go into here. Whew. Can't work workouts again. Who needs the gym? Oh. Right, last BM screw and we are done. Look at this PH1 just gets in there. Oh, right. That is that screwed down. Gonna do a test to make sure everything's working. Yep. So if I go to the top, oh no, sorry, overhead. This should be working this week, and it's not. Typical. It wasn't working last week. It's not working again this week. Okay, so go back to the top camera. Yeah. Don't know why that's not working, but there we go. That is, see the back blinking, that side, the front doesn't blink. We do have a spare LED here, which I believe is actually going to be put onto this section here. But I think that's for a later issue. But that is all we have to do in this stage, guys. What a stage this is. I mean, it's really becoming a labour of love now, as we have got so much to do. But I'm enjoying it. I really am still enjoying this. That did not faze me at all. Fantastic. So, guys, that is stage 58 complete. And also, that is pack 15 complete. Well, guys, that's it for stage 58 of our Enterprise D-Build. Thank you for watching. That was very challenging, but very therapeutic. All the lights are working, which is brilliant, and we've got that bit of framework in place, which is the main thing. Again, advice, guys, label your wires. It's always going to come in handy to label your wires when you need them, because, yeah, it can cause a little bit of a nightmare when things aren't working out. Or you need to locate a wire and you can't find it. But that's my only piece of advice, and I did that from quite early on when I realised I really should be labelling these wires. I don't know why they don't label them for you, but, you know, that's a different story, different day. I've still got a huge smile on my face because it's so therapeutic anyway. Anyway, guys, if you like this video, please can you give it a massive thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell and you'll be notified of any future videos. But as for always, stay safe and bye for now.